The seven wonders of the ancient world were a collection of remarkable structures and monuments from the ancient world that were considered to be the most impressive and awe-inspiring of their time. These seven wonders of the ancient world were originally chosen by Hellenic travelers passing through Persian, Babylonian, and Egyptian lands. They made careful note of these structures in travel guides, artwork, and poems. Although lists of wonders were created as early as the 5th century B.C.E., the most famous example was developed by the 2nd century Greek writer Antipater of Sidon, who celebrated these feats of human ability through poetry. While these constructions are stunning achievements of ancient engineering, they don't include marvels from many of the ancient civilizations of Africa, Europe, and Asia, and the Americas, which were unknown to the Hellenic peoples. Here are descriptions of each wonder and a fun fact about each one. The Great Pyramid of Giza, located in Egypt. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the oldest and largest of the 3 pyramids in the Giza necropolis. It was built as a tomb for the pharaoh Khufu and is made up of over 2 million stone blocks, some of which weigh over 50 tons each. The pyramid is so large that it is visible from space. It is estimated that the pyramid took over 20 years to build and was completed around 2560 BCE. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon were a series of terrace gardens built in the city of Babylon, which is now located in Iraq. The gardens were said to have been built by King Nebuchadnezzar II for his wife, who missed the greenery of her homeland. Although there is little evidence to prove their existence, ancient texts describe the gardens as an impressive feat of engineering, with irrigation systems that raised water from the Euphrates River to water the gardens. The statue of Zeus at Olympia. The statue of Zeus at Olympia was a massive statue of the Greek god Zeus, which stood over 40 feet tall. It was carved by the famous Greek sculptor Phidias and was located in the Temple of Zeus in Olympia, Greece. The statue was made of ivory and gold and was considered one of the greatest works of art in ancient times. It was destroyed in the 5th century CE during the fall of the temple. The Temple of Artemis at Ephesus. The Temple of Artemis at Ephesus was a Greek temple dedicated to the goddess Artemis, located in present-day Turkey. The temple was built around 550 BCE. And was considered one of the largest and most impressive temples of its time. The temple was destroyed and rebuilt 3 times over the centuries before it was finally destroyed by the Goths in the 3rd century CE. The Mausoleum at Halicarnassus. The Mausoleum at Halicarnassus was a tomb built for Mausolus, the ruler of Halicarnassus in present-day Turkey. The tomb was built by Mausolus' wife Artemisia and was considered one of the greatest examples of Hellenistic architecture. The tomb was over 140 feet tall and was decorated with intricate sculptures and carvings. The term mausoleum is now used to refer to any grand tomb. The Colossus of Rhodes. The Colossus of Rhodes was a massive bronze statue of the Greek god Helios, which stood over 100 feet tall. It was built to commemorate the successful defense of the island of Rhodes against a siege by the ruler of Cyprus. The statue was built in the 3rd century BCE and stood for only 56 years before it was destroyed by an earthquake. The statue was so large that ships could pass through its legs. The Lighthouse of Alexandria. The Lighthouse of Alexandria was a tower built on the island of Pharos in Egypt to guide ships into the port of Alexandria. It stood over 400 feet tall and was one of the tallest structures in the ancient world. The lighthouse was built in the 3rd century BCE and was considered one of the greatest engineering feats of the time. It was destroyed by several earthquakes over the centuries and was finally destroyed in the 14th century CE. In conclusion, the 7 wonders of the ancient world were impressive and awe-inspiring structures that represented the pinnacle of human achievement in their time. While many of them are no longer standing today, they continue to capture the imagination and inspire wonder in people around the world. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked our video, don't forget to like and comment below. And if you want more crazy facts, subscribe and press the bell icon.